Assalamualaikum and hi to our lecturer. My name is Nizamuddin. So today I'm going to present about the introduction and also the company background. So for the introduction, this group project is related to subject of engineers and society. The aim of this course is to expose and give understanding to students on role and contribution of engineers to society. Besides, students will also give exposure to the importance of professional ethics in conducting their everyday engineering practice. The principle of the three pillars of sustainability says that for the complete sustainability problem to be solved at all three pillars of sustainability must be sustainable. The three pillars are social sustainability, environmental sustainability and economic sustainability. Of the three pillars, the most important is environmental sustainability. If this is not solved, then no matter how hard we try, the other pillar cannot be made strong because they are dependent on the greater system they live within, that is, the environment. This project is to identify the company implement and practice element of the engineers and society and environment and sustainability, which involve the industry interview and site visit. So, for this group project, the company selected is Syarikat Ramatex Textile Industry Sdn Bhd. An engineer is a person professionally engaged in a field of engineering, a profession whose principal duty is to serve mankind, especially the environment and society. As an engineer, it is important to implement the sustainability for the better improvement. Next, there is the company background. Ramatex was first established in 1976 as a textile manufacturer under Gimel Industries in Singapore. In 1990, the group took the decision to provide a vertically integrated service. This led to the formation of Ramatex Textile Industries in Malaysia. Ramatex is a leader in the textile industry and a world-class manufacturer for textile and garments. Through its sustained program of investment in technology, manpower and training, Ramatex has built up a fine reputation for quality and on-time delivery around the world. There are more than 140 workers working under this company, where their working schedule starting from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. for the first shift, and the second shift is on 6 p.m. until 7 a.m. Ramatex has extended its operational base across Asia, with 3 fabric mills and 13 apparel factories spreading over Singapore, Malaysia, Cambodia and China to reinforce its capabilities across apparel manufacture functions. Ramatex also have been well known as the textile or garment supplier for the brands like Uniqlo, Under Armour and Nike. In the process of producing textiles, steam boiler is needed throughout the entire process. There are 2 types of boiler in Ramatex. There is steam and thermal oil boiler. Steam only used in 10 bar or 180 degree. The average temperature needed for continuous fabric dye are around 140 until 190 degree Celsius, while the oil thermal heater is being used to dry the fabric. Ramatex also has taken care to ensure its manufacturing processes embrace environmental protection, create a more sustainable approach to our high quality production by minimizing energy usage, adapting waste and water recycling, and use organic materials and approved chemical dyes only. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Mujahid bin Hafiz. Okay, today I would like to talk about the element in the sustainability in the Ramatex Textiles in Berhad. Okay, so In the Southeast Asia, the industry of textile was the second largest industry behind petroleum. The all over the world. Okay, so we have mentioned we had the position 11 out of the country. Okay, so in the Ramatex Textile Berhad, one of the elements is the waste management of the company. Okay, there were the specialist engineer to keep the sustainability. Okay, for their waste, and of course there are several procedures and also process are taken to ensure of this issue. So the waste treatment, okay, for the plantation, solvent plant, decanters and boiler are all installed throughout the factory to ensure textile are processed until byproduct are produced sustainability. So that's all for the sustainability.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nazam bin Muhammad Nori, CED 160185, and I will continue the presentation with the concept of the sustainability that the Ramatex implement with their company. So as initial the company make an installation of a water treatment and the boiler. So from these two devices, they use implementation of recycle and reuse the waste, which is the water that they use for the production waste, treated by biologically and chemical treatment, which is they treat the waste to produce a sludge. The sludge initially were put in the ration tank, which is the bacteria that they collected from in the water consortium to produce the sludge, which is the sludge can be used as a energy source for the boiler to produce the energy. 1 liter of the sludge waste usually can produce to up to 200 kilowatt. Then the sludge will be burned with a constant temperature of 1100 Celsius to produce a steam energy to the energy use. Next is this is the process of the sustainability that been implemented to the Ramatex company. You can see the water from the waste and bacteria that will be combined in the water treatment and then produce the sludge, and the sludge will use for the boiler to produce energy, steam. So the impact of engineering solution for the sustainability development. Firstly, by the implementation of the engineering solution, they can protect the environment from the pollution, which is the chemical use is reduced or can be eliminated. Then they can protect the worker and the people surrounding of the manufacture from the harmful waste. And then they also can reduce the cost of energy consumption. So by using the recycling implementation of the recycling energy. Then for the production for the society, for the government sustainability movement, they use more suitable material, including organic cotton, hemp, and recycled polyester to their product. So this may help the fashion industry to become a greener industry. Then they also make a foundation and a scholarship for the society, which is they provide the education support for their employee children with special education need. And then for the protection for the fire, they implement the firefighting training drill, which is they simulate the situation, but in a safe environment with 2 sessions, which is theory and practical session. In the theory session, they equipped with audio visual aids, racing photograph and video clip, and multimedia presentation, while the practical session is they involve hands-on experience and need of the participant to join the firefighting training drill.
Okay, for this part, I would like to talk about improvement of quality of life. Okay, so recently, we in the world right now have to move on to the industry revolution 4.0. So the objective of this revolution 4.0 is to improve the quality of the life by introducing automatic and a new invention towards production aspect, and it also prevent and maintain its routine activity by the engineer at Syarikat Ramatek Textile Sdn Bhd. Okay, and SPKS will monitor the realism of smoke to ensure the air quality is not compromised for the local and community. And with the help of the routine the inspection from DOE, SPKS take seriously the quality of environment around it. So let's move up to the design for the environment. So in this company, Ramatek Textile Sdn Bhd does not dump their waste. Instead, it use the waste as the source for the power generation of the boiler mechanism. All the waste is used to be burning material for the boiler mechanism. So that's all for the design for environment.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Azri. Now, I will present about subtopic of environment and sustainability, which are tools and indicator. For the tool and machine used in Ramatek, the production line of Ramatek use 3 types of machine: automatic machine, semi-auto machine, and manual machine. This machine operate continuously and will be operated more frequent if the demand from the customer is high. Steam boiler is the heart for textile processing. Steam boiler used in textile industry is mainly used for drying, dyeing, and heating. In textile industry, from the first process of singing machine to the last process of pre-shrinking machine, the textile mill cannot be separated from the steam. Singing machine use steam to put out the fire. Pre-shrinking machine use steam to heat the redundant water in the fabric. So, an industrial steam boiler with good quality is very important to the normal operation of a textile mill. This machine can reduce time for dyeing and it is good performance efficiency. Its automatic control system can save the cost of operators. The machine producing only low noise and little dust, thus achieving the environmental protection request and environmentally friendly. Next, subtopic of environment and sustainability is indicators. For the environmental solutions, the company is continuously research for innovative way to indulge in sustainable practice that not only serve to optimize the production process but also immensely reduce the waste product. Ramatek also believe in the concept of waste to wealth to become finer for a cleaner and zero waste industry. To achieve this, Ramatek has harnessed the energy from biomass with the use of low pressure boilers. The example of biomass are woods, coconut shells, and empty fruit bunch fibers. The waste gas generated from the combustion was treated and made harmless before being released into the atmosphere. The biomass facilities generate sufficient energy to be self-sustaining and also saving costs. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I will proceed with the life cycle assessment method or LCA. Basically in LCA we have 4 steps, which is the first step is identify scope and object of this study, which in this case we identify the sustainable elements by using observation and interviewing the company itself. For the second step is inventory analysis. So based on our observation and tour around the company, we found out that the wastewater treatment is producing unpleasant smell. And the third step is life cycle impact assessment or LCIA. So the impact of the problem before will be towards the resident nearby, which is smell pollution, which can cause sickness and uncomfortable life. For the last step is interpretation. Interpretation in legal term is that harmful cost company towards the resident can be penalized.
Okay, so from this topic, I would like to talk about the profession integrity. Okay, as a profession engineer, we obligate to be honest and ethic to ourselves and also the company. First is making opportunity to discuss the code and reinforce the importance of ethic and compliance with the subordinate. Second, ensure that your subordinate understand their responsibility under the code and other rule and company policy. A third is create an environment where the employees feel comfortable raising concern without fear and retaliation. And as I consider conduct in relation to the code and other company policy when evaluating our subordinate. Next is never encourage or direct employee to achieve business result at the expenses of the ethical conduct or the compliance with the code or the law. Next is always act to stop violation of the conduct or the law by those you supervise. So that's all for the professional integrity.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. On safety and health issue, smoking is prohibited at the company. Worker must always wear PPE. They also need to attend safety and health training, and always bear in mind safety and health come first. On the environmental aspect is the key element that should be prioritized. So at the company, wastewater treatment plant, which the wastewater is purified by chemical and biological method, which satisfy the EQA. Other than that, the company also use combustible substance for its manufacturing processes in form of biomass, fuel formed from oil palm byproducts. This is to ensure clean release of this combustion gas. APCS is implemented, which monitor gases that are released to the atmosphere, such as SOx and NOx. On public interest and societal impact, the engineer at the company must analyze any situation before making any decision, especially which will impact to the society. They must consider the impact to the surrounding society and public. On legal issue, there are anti-bribery and corruption and political contribution. Anti-bribery and corruption. The sanction for violating this law can be severed, including significant individual and corporate fines or even imprisonment. On political contribution, the government make contribution to the political parties or organization. That's all. Thank you.
Proceed with the cultural worldview framework. First, engineers should act with professionalism. Second, do not involve emotional approach on making decision. The third is follow all the rules and orders as a professional personnel. And the fourth is obey the religious teaching and view. Okay, next we proceed with the predict consequences of action. First, engineers should think based on knowledge and principle which they have learned from college. Second, engineers shouldn't make any careless mistake in order to fulfill the client satisfactory. And the last one, as a professional personnel, engineer must avoid any failure in any work that they do. For conclusion, sustainable engineering is very important in the process of designing or operating system. Next, company or any organization should put sustainable engineering as most important part of their company. And the last but not least is sustainable is very important to manage waste for future generation to ensure their properties in living their life. Thank you.